Good day, everyone. I am Kasmira Tulo from BS Ed English 2B. I am the second to the last reporter in speech and theater arts. My topic is all about the scripted performances and non scripted performances, also the puppetry and the types of theater mask. Before we proceed to the discussion, let us have the learning outcomes first. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to identify scripted and non scripted performances and explain their differences. Second, describe the different types of puppets and masks used in theater. And demonstrate a short performance using a mask or puppet, applying the concepts learned. Now, first, we have the scripted performance, which refers to the performances that allow the students to prepare a script in advance and rehearse it before performing them. So, scripted performances are activities where students prepare a script ahead of time and rehearse before the presenting. These allow them to organize their thoughts, practice delivery, and ensure a smooth and clear performance. Non-scripted performances, on the other hand, are done without a prepared script or rehearsal. Students must think on the spot and perform more spontaneously. These types encourage creativity, quick thinking, and natural expression. And now let's proceed to the puppetry. The word puppet comes from the Latin word pupa, meaning doll. But while a puppet may look like a doll, it's more than that. A puppet is always that a human can bring to life in front of an audience. A puppeteer controls the puppet and speaks or acts through it to communicate with the audience. Also, puppet can be made from a materials like wood, cloth, paper, foam, or even high-tech materials like the animatronics. They also came in many different types, from very simple to complex. Now we also have the different types of puppet. The first in line is the rod puppet, or a puppet that is constructed without shoulders, arm, or legs and manipulated by one or more rods. And then the shadow puppet. It is a type of puppet that is flat, a 2D puppet that casts a shadow on a white screen. It creates a silhouette for the audience to see. The next is the hand puppet. This type of puppet is worn over the puppeteer's hand like a glove or a mitten. The puppeteer uses their fingers to move the puppet's head and arm. And then the movable mouth puppet. This is a type of a hand puppet but with a moving mouth. This allows it to talk during the performance. And we have the mask making. Theater masks are symbolic objects used in performances to present or represent characters and emotions. They have a long history in various theatrical traditions such as the ancient Greek drama, commedia, and Japanese no and kabuki. So, mask making or masks have been used in a theater for centuries. They help actors portray emotions and specific characters more clearly, especially in traditional performances. The most well-known theatrical masks are the comedy and tragedy masks from ancient Greece. These represent two opposite emotions, the joy and the sorrow. Masks are also made from different materials like paper, metal, fabric, or leather. Paper-based materials are most common because they are cheap and is easy to use. In mask making, we have the traditional mask type. The first one is the Greek theater mask. This mask is mostly used in Greek plays or Asian Greek plays. These masks were made of linen, corks, or woods. They had a exaggerated facial expressions like joy, sadness, or anger to help the audience understand the character's emotion. And then we have the Commedia dell'arte mask. From 15th century Italy, these masks represent stock or typical characters. For example, Pantalone, a miserly old man with a long nose. Harlequin or Arlecchino. It is a mischievous servant in a checkered costume. Also, we have the Brigella, a sly and cunning servant with a hooked nose. For the no mask mostly used in Japan or traditional Japanese mask made of carved wood used in no theater. The first one is the Hanya or a jealous or vengeful female spirit. We also have the Okina, a wise old man, and a Shakumi, a noble young aged woman. In kabuki mask or makeup, in kabuki theater, actors don't wear physical mask. Instead, they use bold makeup called kumadori to show traits, such as the Hoshiguma, a makeup for demons or evil spirits, and the Balinese topeng mask. It is used in Balinese dances. These masks represent mythological or historical characters with unique colors and design. Moving on, we have the African mask. In many African cultures, masks are used in traditional dances and performance to represent spirits, ancestors, or the natural forces. For the last one, we have the contemporary theatrical mask. In modern theater, physical masks may not be always be used, but the idea of wearing a mask is still important, meaning a character might hide their true feelings or intention, like pretending to be happy when they're actually sad or pretending to be sad when they're actually happy. Before we end today's discussion, let us have the activity. This activity is called the Mask Speaks. The instruction is choose a mask and create a short character story based on its appearance. Think about who your character is and what their story might be. Then perform a 30-second monologue as your character, either using a scripted dialogue or improvising on the spot. After your performance, briefly explain how the mask influenced your portrayal. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening.